When the Maxim heavy machine gun appeared, the British Vickers company made appropriate modifications to optimize its structure and production performance, resulting in the widely used .303 Vickers machine gun during World War I, also known as the Vickers Maxim machine gun. In the 1920s, Britain began developing an enlarged version of the Maxim heavy machine gun, and the development of related ammunition can be traced back to the late World War I, when the German army was equipped with 13.2 mm anti-tank ammunition, while Britain was developing 12.7 by 81 mm ammunition, .50 ammunition, which was different from the 12.7 mm ammunition used by the US. In the early 1920s, the Vickers company enlarged the Vickers machine gun, using the successfully developed 12.7 mm ammunition. The British Army compared it with the American-made M2 heavy machine gun and ultimately chose the domestically produced weapon, officially named the Vickers .50 machine gun. It was necessary to develop this machine gun because it could meet a variety of military needs, including providing fire support for infantry units, anti-armor combat, and being used in tanks, armored vehicles, or as an anti-aircraft machine gun. Before World War II, Britain developed multiple Vickers .50 heavy machine guns, with the basic 1 Malawian Kwacha model entering production in 1926. The machine gun weighed 25 kilograms, without cooling water, used a 100-round ammunition belt, and had a firing rate of 400 to 750 rounds per minute. After testing by the British Army, they believed that the .303 Vickers machine gun was already able to meet the soldiers' firepower needs, so they were not enthusiastic about deploying the .50 Vickers heavy machine gun to infantry units. However, it was better suited as a vehicle-mounted weapon. The 2 Malawian Kwachas was a modified vehicle-mounted model, with the trigger located under the receiver. The subsequent 4 Malawian Kwachas and 5 were improved versions of the 2 Malawian Kwachas. For example, the Vickers Mk6 light tank used the .50 Vickers machine gun as its main weapon. These machine guns participated in some battles during World War II, but they were found to be unsuitable and were replaced by the Besa machine gun. The 3 Malawian Kwachas was an anti-aircraft version and was the most famous model in the series. It mainly served the British Royal Navy and the naval forces of the Allied powers during World War II. The British Navy typically used a quadruple mount version, as well as a twin mount version, with manually operated machine gun mounts and mechanical aiming, installed on small warships such as destroyers, frigates, and minesweepers. During World War II, the US also produced other machine gun mounts, and some 1 Malawian Kwacha and 2 Malawian Kwachas were modified for use in anti-aircraft missions. The machine gun had a synchronized trigger, with 4 machine guns arranged vertically, all of which could be controlled synchronously. The elevation angle was -10 degrees to 80 degrees, and they were fed by a 200-round drum. Other models also used 100 or 250-round drums. The machine gun could fire at a rate of 700 rounds per minute. Although the 3 Malawian Kwachas had a high rate of ammunition delivery per unit time, the dispersion of the ammunition was also large. At a distance of 1,000 yards, about 914 meters, the ammunition would spread within an area 15 meters wide and 18 meters high. This was not sufficient for a low-altitude defense weapon that required higher accuracy. Also, its 12.7 by 81 mm ammunition had less destructive power than the 12.7 by 99 mm ammunition used by the M2 heavy machine gun, with an effective firing height of only about 800 yards, about 732 meters. In practical combat against all-metal aircraft, it was quickly replaced by 20 mm cannons. The British attitude toward the Vickers .50 anti-aircraft machine gun was based on pre-war calculations. The British believed that a well-prepared high-altitude machine gun could fire nearly 500 rounds of ammunition at the target in 10 seconds, and in terms of ammunition dispersion, it was expected that 40 rounds would hit the target. An ammunition handler could reload the ammunition in 30 seconds. However, this calculation was too perfect and ignored the complex flight paths of attacking aircraft as well as their ability to withstand hits. In practical combat, it was difficult to achieve 40 rounds hitting the target within 10 seconds. Due to the various problems with the Vickers .50 heavy machine gun, it gradually faded from people's view after World War II and did not create a century of service myth like the American-made M2 heavy machine gun.